Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video, let's take a look at the overall picture in the market. I want to take you over S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100. Definitely their technicals. We hit new all-time highs on not just both these indices, but in many other multiple stocks as well. I'll take you over the technicals in this video though, only on S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100, and then I want to take you over some news as well, just to give you a clear little bit of a picture heading in this week, what is happening in the world of, let's say, tariffs and how things are eventually going to unfold and what's coming ahead of us there. So with that, let's jump right into it. Once I also let you know, none of this is any financial advice and it's only for education purposes. Just sharing my opinion. Please do your own thing. Now I want to start off with S&P 500 here. We just hit all-time highs the last very day. That is on Friday. Now, if you have been seeing my videos on Patreon, I mentioned that this is one of the greatest place to buy. 483 down here. That's why I have highlighted that area as well. You literally got the bottom on S&P 500, and even if you missed that, I also mentioned on my Patreon, these are the pullbacks times you can reload, especially once we got a confirmed breakout for the continuation to the uptrend. And guys, since thereafter we have been just bullish, and every other day I have been providing to my members all the updates, not just on S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100, but on many other stocks. And we have been making 100% plus gains on some of the stocks, and some are like 60% plus profits we have made on just single stocks. All that coverage, again, as if you are a member on my Patreon, you are aware about it. How you can join if you are interested, check out the links in the description of this video. Now, as per the technicals on S&P 500 is what I want to start off with. All-time highs, as I said, and we are still just going to continue to remain bullish, even if we have any pullback until this zone of 605 area. It's a 600 to 605 area, but that's just your overall structural strong support. There is no concern. Even if, let's say, market starts to sell off this week, let's say something happens, we'll take a look at the lower time frames to identify what zones and areas that could be. But if that happens, market will be just fine even until 605 to $600 area, this zone overall structure that will just constitute a pullback. Though am I expecting that to happen? No, even that pullback. But yes, it can happen. Usually when in these indices or stocks, we do break all-time highs, we do see a push through. But as I say, nothing is guaranteed in stock market. That's why I always say keep taking partial profits in the extensions, pullback or rebounds at the time to reload based on the long or short direction respectively. Right, anyways, we have been in the bullish direction, and definitely I want to show you something here real quick before we get to the multi-day, and where if pullback can come, or the levels, for even for starting this week, what to watch. Like, I want to just really quickly show you on 5 minutes interval if you are doing day trade as well. Right, this is S&P 500. Like, how do we make money in this move just doing day trading? Let's turn on my another tool. Some of the tools are already turned on, but let's turn on another tool. It's just so easy for you to understand where to buy. Structure is green above the cloud, market open. That's your bullish long play. You take the profits here when the structure starts to turn red. You can take partial profits before as well. No one is stopping you. You want to play short? It's your choice. That was your red structure short play. This is a rebound long play. Easy peasy, 3 trades, both sides money making play. Again, it makes it so easier to trade with the tools. Also, if you need access to the tools, check out the details in the description of this video. Tools works on all the intervals, all the stocks. You can do swing trading, day trading, long-term trading with the tools. You can apply on any interval. It will help you in trading the market with clarity. You will know where to buy, where to have a stop loss, where to take profits, where to take partial profits, which direction to trade, everything. Now, these are the details. Again, you will find these memberships in the description of this video. Definitely the most popular one is trading tools plus stocks coverage, which is definitely the ones that I do on Patreon. Anyways, Details are in the description of this video if it interests you. Let's get to the hourly interval on S&P 500. And as I said, we'll take a look at some of the articles as well. I want to go over, just provide you a summary on the tariffs news and how it may unfold, as because that reciprocal deadline is coming, right? The 9th of July around, I think that's the date. We'll get to that. Now, look, S&P 500, from where we are just fine, right? As just said, now this zone of 610, it's pretty much that level. As long as we hold above 610 multi-day, we will remain just fine. It's a 608 and 10 and 90 cents technically. My tools marks these levels all automatically for you. So this is another tool, okay? Now, so yeah, as long as we stay above it, multi-day, no problem. If we lose it, yes, some pullback can begin, which will be on multi-day, intraday, more cool off. But otherwise, no, we are just fine. Now, let's go back here. So yeah, so 613, the area above which is a previous all-time highs, because we do have a new all-time highs. So let's get back to the hourly interval again. And we pretty much in the post-market came down to that very zone. You can also use this zone as a trailing area. If we just stay above the 639.29 cents as well, we are still just fine. The reason I'm saying 610 and 90 cents is only because even if we start to come below 613, you shouldn't take it that, oh, now we're gonna just crash. No. Even on multi-day, yes, even multi-day will stay fine until 610 and 90 cents. So you may wait in this zone between 610 and 613 to see what the price action does. You can avoid trading in this zone. Confirmation for the upside continuation is definitely staying above 613 and 26 cents. And some near-term cool-off is possible below that 610 zone that I provided you, okay? But that will still just be a near-term pullback, which will be technically multi-day, intraday, some cool-off, okay? At least from where the price action is. But again, it's important that we trade with the structure, we stay with that, and again, my tools will help you in all of this. Now, that's S&P 500. Let's take a look at Nasdaq 100. Nasdaq 100 is also just fine. It already broke to new all-time highs, few days ago. And also on Nasdaq 100, I told you, if you are, I have done some videos back then on my main channel as well, you would have known, but members have received updates throughout thereafter all the days, with what the market is doing. But those didn't I tell you the great time to buy, at least, if you were always waiting for a pullback, and look at it, we are already at new all-time highs, right? So these are the times when market overreacts and many people don't know what to do. Well, if you see my videos, you know what to do. Now, overall structure until 538, 539 area, this blue box that I have highlighted is just going to be, if any pullback comes until there, is just going to be a pullback and nothing much. Now, let's get to the hourly interval. And just like S&P 500, the multi-day level is, as long as we continue to hold above this zone, 545 and 30 cents, 545 and 40 cents almost, and 546 and 63 cents. Above this zone, multi-day, intraday, we are just fine. If we lose it, not a problem, but a pullback can begin. And then we'll see stabilization at 537 likelihood, and we'll see from there as if we can play a position again to the uptrend, as long as that area holds. But anyways, until there, it will just constitute overall pullback if that happens. But as long as we're above 545 and 40 cents, I'm not too worried in the price action, okay? So that's Nasdaq 100. All right, now I want to take you over some of the, as I said, for all the other stocks, guys, like I do with the members, so many stocks, like all those I have, there's just many, and weekly plays and daily updates, everything I provide on my Patreon. And also for the trading tools, again, you can use them, as, to trade for long swing, intraday, however you like. Again, these memberships you will find on my Patreon, for which the details are in the description of this video, okay? So now coming back here, I want to take you over that article. And so what's going on? So President Donald Trump said in an interview that aired Sunday that he did not plan to extend the July 9th tariff deadline he set for countries to broker deals with the US. So Well, in his words, I don't think I'll need to. He told Fox News Maria Bertiromo. He added, however, I could, no big deal. So he's just flexible. What the point being, it's he is confident, and as we'll go through in this article, he is confident that things will be fine. There's definitely China being the biggest one, and they might start to announce more. Maybe something will come around on 4th of July. That will be a big moment maybe for Trump to announce something around that. But we'll get to see. Anyway, so that's the little bit of a start that he did not plan to extend July 9 tariff deadline. Does it mean our reciprocal tariffs are coming? Well, he doesn't want to, because as we'll go through it down in the article, you will see with China things have, at least been somewhat settled. And I have my opinion on that as well. During a White House press conference on Friday, Trump said the July 9th deadline to raise reciprocal tariffs was not set. So again, it doesn't tell you that, as if he says no deadline is set. Does it mean the reciprocal tariffs come in or not? More, it's leaning towards they should not, they shouldn't come in. And as I said, I will go through the article, things will get clear. We can do whatever we want, said at the press conference. We could extend it, we could make it shorter, adding that his preference was to make it shorter. Well, also on Friday, Trump said he was cutting off trade talks with Canada and threatened to set a new tariff rate on the country's goods within the next week. So what's going on there? Trump said the move was in response to Canada's move to implement a digital service tax on technology companies, calling it a direct and blatant attack on US. Will let Canada know the tariff that they will be paying to do business with the United States of America within the next 7-day period, Trump wrote on Truth Social. We'll see how this unfolds, but it doesn't, well, technically it's not going to affect much of the US market, as it's coming to closure with all how, at least all other world around the company, or not the companies, the countries on the tariff. So um, anyways, the abrupt blow up in US Canada relations followed a flurry of optimism on the trade. It doesn't matter, it's just saying about the US, right? um, Most notably, the US and China stepped closer to a full tariff and trade deal. So what's that? US tariffs on China imports will start at 30%. Remember this word, start at. So it's just not that it's directly just 30%. No, it starts at. So it could be, so for some products, higher as well. Okay. China tariffs on US imports will be at, it doesn't say start at 10%, it says will be at 10%. So it could be implying that China max that can charge US imports for whatever it would be will be 10%. Okay. The article goes on to highlight the pact marks a significant step in stabilizing trade relations between the two countries. Now, as per these numbers, guys, the percent, I think this is still high, and I think that's how we started. No, right? That's how we literally started, right? Then we went all the way to 140 or and all that, made up stuff, because it just was ego wars between two countries, right? But so I don't really see that there is much changed here. Like, I think there are just tariffs. There are tariffs, 30%. It's just that it's just gonna be written down, and that's just permanent. Okay, so seems I don't. So it's crazy, because I don't think really anything they. I don't think any side won. Or China gave in. I don't think China really gave in, but it's, yeah. But seems like how you look, it depends which direction you want to favor and how you want to look at it, right? It's, but seems like market is loving it. Market started loving it before even this thing came out. You see the market at all-time highs, so that's why technicals are important. So that's that. What I want to show you, so that's a little bit of a wrap up. On the tariff side, I just wanted to show you this chart as well. Again, it's on Yahoo Finance. Let me close that snippet of the video down there. And it says, no, it shows custom duty revenue as a percentage of goods imports. The last time we were at this high like this, which is like technically they're collecting revenue, right? The custom duty revenue. 1934, that time, almost 90 years ago, that high, and we are just hovering up there now. You can see for last 90 years tariffs just came down and down and down, and since that whole technology era, we were just hovering 2% or below, and now boom, suddenly, and seems like 30% is with China. At least what we're going to be setting up at is just average here, this chart that shows up. The Trump administration has signaled a willingness to roll back the self-imposed tariff deadline of July 9th as pressure builds. Again, this is their wordings, but anyways, guys, that's a little bit I just wanted to go over as for the tariff, because that's something, it's a bigger major news that will be unfolding in coming days. So we'll see. But hey, as I just went over the technicals with you, stay with the technicals, you'll be fine. We made our money through the technicals. As I said, some of the stocks 100% gains, especially ELF is the one. And again, is ELF still a buy after 100% gains? Well, if you want to know more about it, check out the videos on my Patreon, and there are many other stocks that I do with the members. Again, all the details are in the description of the videos for my trading tools and also those bonus stocks coverage that I do for the members. All right, guys, with that, I'll see you in my next videos. Take care. Bye.